Today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make keto chocolate cupcakes with buttercream frosting. Hello, welcome back to my cooking show. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious keto chocolate cupcakes. Super simple, and it's my favorite way to make any type of muffin or bread. They get nice and good. They get a really nice crumb. So we're starting with 2.5 cups of almond flour in this bowl. And I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add in a cup of Lakanto sweetener. And you can use any sweetener that is a 1-for-1 substitute for sugar. If you have some stevia that is a 1-for-1 substitute for sugar, that will work. Let's add in a half a cup of cocoa powder. Okay, that's all for our dry ingredients, so I'm gonna mix this up a little bit before we add in the wet. Okay, for our wet ingredients, I've got 8 ounces of Greek yogurt, and I like to use Fage 2% Greek yogurt or the full fat. Actually, I think the full fat has more carbs than the 2%. So just look at your labels, pick one that has the least amount of carbs. And I've got 3 beaten eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we're gonna mix this all up and our batter will be ready. Okay, we've got our batter all mixed up. It looks beautiful. And now I'm going to scoop out the muffins or the cupcakes. This is a 3 tablespoon scoop, and we're just gonna scoop evenly into all of the cupcake liners. So we're using cupcake liners, and we've also sprayed them with cooking spray, just so nothing sticks. Okay, these are ready for the oven. We're gonna bake them in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. A toothpick will come out clean when they're ready. Okay, our chocolate cupcakes are in the oven. Actually, we just pulled them out of the oven and they look amazing. You are not gonna believe how delicious they look. So we're gonna work on the frosting. We've got a cup of butter in here. It is softened. I'm using salted butter, but that's because that's what I like to use. I would recommend you don't use salted butter unless you like salty sweet like I do. So I'm gonna beat this butter until it is light in color. It's gonna take about 3 minutes. Okay, our butter is looking good. So I'm gonna add in 1 cup of sweetener. This is powdered sweetener, keto-friendly powdered sweetener. You can use Swerve, you can use Lakanto, whichever one is your favorite. So now I'm gonna mix this all together on a low speed just so we don't have a big blowout of sweetener in our faces. Okay, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and the recipe calls for a pinch of salt, but I'm not gonna add it because I use salted butter. So now we're gonna beat it a little bit longer until it all comes together, and then we'll be done. All right, that looks beautiful. Okay, I tasted the frosting. It's delicious. So I've got this piping bag here. If you don't have a piping bag, you can just spoon it on, or you can use a Ziploc bag, whatever you have on hand. But I'm gonna try and make them a little pretty. I'm not a cake decorator by any means. So I'm gonna scoop the icing into the bag. So now, pull the sides back up, kind of work it down in there, squeeze it down, and we'll have to cut the end for the air to come out. And you could use a tip. I'm not gonna use a tip. So I'm gonna cut it. I wanna be able to do a nice amount of icing on each one. And I'm just gonna squeeze like that. I'll make that a little bit wider. All right, we are ready to ice. Okay, here are our cupcakes. Don't they look amazing? Okay, let's frost these up. Like I said, I'm not a cake decorator. It should be enough frosting for all 12 cupcakes. So each one of these beautiful cupcakes is only 3 net carbs, and look at how amazing they look. Let's get a taste. It's still a little warm from the oven. Oh my gosh, those are amazing. So be sure have your friends or your family make these amazing keto cupcakes for your birthday or any celebration that you have coming up. And I will see you guys later. Bye.